Everybody can hear me, yeah? Yes? We're good to go? Okay. Yeah, it's about 9:04 now. We'll get started. I don't anticipate being too long with you all today because you do have an inauguration to get to. So I won't be too long with you today. I haven't had coffee yet, as you can you tell from my voice that I haven't had coffee yet? Isn't it sick what coffee does to people? Look, like listen to me. I sound like nails on chalkboard for crying out loud. But I'll be better after coffee, I'm sure, and I'll get going from there. But yeah, it's just crazy. I decided, you know what? Let me have the meeting with them, and then I'll go get coffee after, which is uh, goes against the way I usually operate. Usually, I'll have coffee before any kind of meeting. So Orlando's just coming in here. Usually, I'll have coffee before any meeting. So you can tell in my voice, right? I've been up a long time, but I haven't had coffee yet. So what are we going to do today? So today you are covering the inauguration. So I know you have the assignment already, or you've probably seen it already, but let's just go in and have a look at it, just so that we're all on the same page. First of all, anybody in this Zoom meeting, because you're not all here, but anybody in this Zoom meeting, are we working with anybody, or are we kind of going solo? Yeah, Jenna, you're working with?
Savannah.
Savannah,
Again.
okay, that's good for me to know. The same as last time, right? Just make sure when you send me the story, just like make sure like this is from me and Savannah, or if Savannah sends it, this is from me and Jenna. Okay, just so that I know it's the two of you, just so I remember. Anybody else?
Um, Siobhan and I are doing it together, Louis.
Okay, okay, Clarissa, good to know. Thank you. Um,
I'm working with Lucas or Stevo.
okay.
Lucas
Is
R.
that you, Olivia?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh,
It's Olivia.
okay. I was like, I think that's you. Okay. By process of elimination, I think I made it you. I'm like, okay, it's got to be you now. But okay, that sounds good. Okay, so there is some people. Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to assume then that anybody who hasn't said it is going solo. If you're choosing to work with somebody, no big deal. Like, just like let me know, or I always like to know beforehand, just so that I know kind of what to expect. But as long as when you're submitting the work, you're saying I worked with this person, I'm good with that. Okay. Um, let's have a look at the assignment itself. I'm just going to pull it up here, and then I'll do a share screen. Where are you? Okay, here you go. Okay. Share screen. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Okay. Everybody sees that? Yes? Advanced multimedia production, live event. Okay. Um, so your tweets, they're due during the event. Your stories due today at 5 p.m. Now, during the event. What do I mean by during the event? Essentially, this inauguration is like kind of like a whole day thing, right? Am I going to be watching, like Michael sent a tweet already, terrific, okay, awesome stuff. But am I going to be watching like all day, or am I going to say, well, you should send it by this time? No, I would say as long as you start sending your tweets by around noon, because that's when the actual inauguration is, right? That's when he gets sworn in. It's actually just before noon, and then he'll give his speech. So I would say, like, if you haven't gotten anything, start to, like, I'll be kind of keeping track, so to speak, around noon, maybe even a little bit before. Okay. Having said that, if you've sent something already and you plan on sending material still, go for it, right? Be my guest. Um, Individually, group or in groups of two, you'll be covering the United States presidential inauguration. Okay. Keep an eye out for this should be. I just said this should be an intriguing event to watch or cover. Keep an eye out for any protests that are going on. CNN is live streaming all day today, and you don't need a cable subscription to view. So you can go on their website and just like plop on, and there's other options as well when you go onto their website. So it's free of charge today. Um, in addition to a minimum 10 tweets that you must post throughout the event. Um, and like we did with the election, include my handle in each tweet and follow me if you haven't already. This is just so that I am able to see everything that you post. So in addition to that, you'll be required to write a minimum 200-word story on the assignment you've been given with at least two individuals quoted in the story. You could quote the president during his inauguration speech. I'm hoping, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, that you're quoting him at some point, given it's kind of his day. Kamala Harris. These are just a few people you could quote in your story. And when I say quote, I mean, you know, watching the TV, listening to what they say, taking your notes, doing whatever you got to do, and getting it down accurately and putting it into your story. The stories due at 5 p.m. today. Submit only one story for your group, and the 10 tweets is a total of 10 tweets. Okay. So if you're working with a partner, right, it's 10 tweets between the two of you, not 20. Okay. If you want to go 20, be my guest, but 10 is the minimum. Okay. Um, Minimum of 10 tweets to my account. All of the tweets have to include a photo and/or video. Okay, and also consider hashtags and handles. Okay, my hashtag would be one obvious one. Sorry, my handle would be one obvious one. Hashtags I've been seeing a bunch today. You'll see them on Twitter too. Inauguration 2020, Inauguration Day 2020. Pick what's popular. Give in to peer pressure. Okay, pick whatever's popular. And if you want to come up with one of your own, by all means, go for it. Written an email to me by 5 p.m. Here's a breakdown. It's 30 marks, okay, people? So this is a big one. 30 marks, 30% of your final mark and worth 30 marks. Your story is worth 8. Your tweets, in on time, developing information, 10 marks. Visuals, 10 marks, okay? So every tweet I see should include a photo. When I say a photo, I mean one that you have taken or a video that you have taken, right? If it means a screenshot of what you're watching, no problem. I'm okay with that, right? We're limited. It's a pandemic. I know you can't go out there and take your own photos, but that doesn't mean that you can't get creative with what you got. Okay, so that is essentially the assignment. A little bit more challenging than the presidential election, and then all of the tweets have to include photo or video. And I can't remember if in that one did I ask you to do 5 or 10 tweets. I thought it was 5, but maybe it was 10. I don't know.
Last time it was 10.
It was 10, eh? Like last semester? Oh, okay, interesting. So it's a lot of similar circumstances here, but obviously very different in that, we know who the winner is now, and we can go from there. Does anybody have any questions with regards to that? No, you're all experienced and ready to go from the first assignment from the election?
I mean, can I start my tweeting off with 45 as being a big, huge baby and refuses to come today?
That would be editorializing, so I would say no. But you can tweet where he is and what he's doing, absolutely, because that's all over Twitter as well. There's nothing wrong with that. And if something should happen, let's knock on wood here. Like if something bad should happen, and I am knocking on wood, something bad should happen, you'll get on it and tweet about it and make it part of your coverage, right? Because it unfortunately it is a part of today, right? It should be a sort of celebratory day for the U.S. regardless of how good or bad the previous president was. Today is a celebratory day because they're welcoming in a new president. But if things go awry or there's problems, by all means report on them, right? Like that's what we do, right? We're journalists, so run with it if you have some information. I'm trying to think of anything else with this. If anybody wants to keep an eye out on what's happening in Canada and in Toronto, I don't know if there's going to be any protests there. I know that if you saw yesterday, Toronto police are on alert because of everything that's happened. So they're keeping an eye on things. I don't anticipate anything will happen here, but if you want to pursue that angle, and right, with your story that you're submitting, I mean, I'm okay with, if you have questions about the angle you're taking, by all means, just flip me an email and I'll let you know. But I mean, generally speaking, it'll be, here's the new president. He's been sworn in. This is what he wants to do. This is what, how we're moving forward kind of thing. Okay, but if you have any other ideas, by all means, run them by me. Okay. I have put some material in my Canvas today. Just some suggestions on some apps and ethics reporting. You may want to look at that before you start today's assignment. just to give you an idea of, just the ethics behind what we do. Might be a good, tip, but I'll let you look at that on your own time. For next week, I wanted to run an idea by you. So next week, I'm just going to pull up the schedule here. How we with the live event, everybody? We're all good. I don't want to leave it if people have questions. Like, we good? Yes. Okay. If you do have questions, you can email me if you think of something after, right? But I just want to make sure that we're all good with covering it. Let me just pull up the schedule, the outline, and we'll all look at it here. So next week, it looks like we have your mapping assignment due on January the 27th. Okay. So what I was thinking of is, and I still have to put the assignment, I'll put it in probably sometime on the weekend, maybe even after that. But what I would like to do is give you the opportunity to get yourselves published on Metroland's site, if you all are down for that. What I'll do is I'm going to create an assignment, basically asking you to go onto like our site and pick a story and make a map out of it. Okay. Please don't start anything until you see the assignment, because there might be parts of the assignment that I want you to do that I'm not mentioning now. So please wait until you actually see it. But what I'll do is I'll put it together an assignment similar to what I've just said, where you actually go onto our website and pick a story and then maybe make a map out of it. And then when everybody hands in, I'll basically pick like 3 or 4 that I'll put on our website, that I'll actually post on our website. Gives you something for your portfolio if you're okay with it. But I'm obviously going to seek your permission before I do it. One thing, and this is the second time, this is my 4th time teaching the course. This is the second time I've done this. One thing, please, please, please do not be offended if I don't pick your map. Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. Chris Arndt, okay, who is a prof now, as you know, at Mohawk. He submitted, I did it with his class, and he submitted a terrific assignment. And you all know his audio video skills, right? He's like masterful, right? And he submitted a terrific map on the graffiti scene in Hamilton and where to check out the best art and all this stuff. Terrific map, visual, interactive, had video. He managed to create a moving map, so it actually like tracks where you're walking, like out of this world. Couldn't use it because I asked my bosses at the time, and they said, we're creating a map for Hamilton and the GTA on graffiti, and we feel that this would trump it. Like, if we put this ahead of it and put it somewhere, it's not going to get enough eyes on the actual map that we release later in the summer. Okay. And his was the best map by far, and I couldn't use it. So don't be offended if I don't pick your map. Sometimes it doesn't work, or there's issues that go beyond just me being able to grab one of your maps and plop them onto the website. Okay. So I'll probably pick like 3 or 4 of them. And what I'll do before I decide to use them is I'll flip you an email and just say, hey, are you okay with me using this? Good opportunity for your portfolio if you choose to say yes. And it's a link that you can have forever that'll say like, look, like, my multimedia got published in a major publication. So any questions based on anything I just said? No, we're all good. I'm trying to figure out if you all need coffee, or you just like want to just get to your assignment already, or maybe just want to go back to sleep. I don't know.
No, we're good.
You're good, Olivia?
Yeah, I'm
you like muttered it. You're like, oh, we're good.
no. I look not nice, and so I'm trying to push the pretty outside into the ugly right now, and there's a mirror right above my desk, and it just like I uttered it while I looked at myself, and it was just a bad image to put in my head.
That's unfortunate, because now I have to figure out something on Zoom where I can actually turn your video on without anybody knowing it.
Oh God,
that would be disastrous. That'd be disastrous. Sometimes that'd be disastrous for myself as well. Just because sometimes I've gone on Zoom meetings at work and I just didn't want to turn the video on. But having said that, like, I'm showered and everything, but like, yeah, my hair's kind of all over the place and stuff. So But yeah, maybe we all just need to get to coffee and kind of get on with the day. Okay, everybody. That's all for me then, unless you have any questions. If you don't hear, by all means, email me with any. Good luck today. Okay, and do what you got to do. If it's anything like the election, I'm confident that you will produce top quality stuff. And like I said, any questions, email me. Keep an eye on Twitter. I may respond to some of the tweets, and people may respond to some of your tweets, and we'll go from there. Okay, all good. Okay, keep an eye out on email as well, and my canvas just for like any new material or any new emails that I send. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao.